6:30 a.m. right now. About to make some coffee. And today we're doing some interesting work on the database and the UI. I'm sorry if I'm quiet, it's just my parents were asleep. But I will be using some different sort of database than I usually do. It's called Supabase. It's this new thing, so I'm gonna have to learn about how it works, the language and stuff like that, just so I don't feel like an absolute retard. But for now, I'll be designing the user schema, the UI, what I want it to look like for this tech platform, and everything that comes along with it. So stick around. All right, so today the main goals will be to create the kind of look of the page of the Tech Job Finder app. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I just want to have like a UI that's like understandably like what I need to, I just want to get mentally ready for what I want to build. I also want, I also want to look at how to make a database schema. Last time on my other projects, I totally fucked that shit up, and it really came to bite me in the ass. So we will be doing research on that and updating that. But I don't think there's going to be any sort of real code today. I just want to do some research, check out, kind of make things like drawing things in Figma, and just lay everything out there so that when it's time to code, it's just a lot easier to recreate and code up the platform. But for now, I just want to head over to Figma because there we can create our account and create like a UI, and yeah, we can just get started with that. So which shall we create? You know what, I'm just gonna create, oh, you know what, I think I designed one a couple of days ago. Yeah, 19 days ago. Obviously I won't be using it, but for now this does not seem that bad. Interesting. Okay, so I might use this, and please just be patient with me because I don't know how to use databases in this sense. Like, I don't know what we're gonna do, but yeah. All right, so I think what we want here is Supabase as the database, right? So I'm just gonna get a Supabase logo. Damn. All right, and then just fix this and grab that and just drag it here. I put an image in there. There we go. Okay, so just like that, we have the database right here. And for the Tech Job Finder app, which I just realized I have updated here, this does not seem that bad. Like, I want a way for businesses to log in. I need a way for users to log in. I also want a way for them to message each other. So like when the user uploads their tech resume and uploads the sorry, too early, man, too early. When the user uploads the resume, I want them to also upload like images and stuff like that, and I also want them to search for things. But I think for now, I don't mind just removing the image storage. I mean, you know what, I'll keep Cloudinary because it's nothing that tough. Messaging, I don't think we'll need messaging right away. I think that'll be more so in the future where the company can contact you via calls, and instead we can add something in more valuable to the application. So for example, right, like we need the search functionalities, we need the image storage, we also need a way to send resume data, because how else are they going to be able to send that? So I'm just going to look up a resume logo, if that's even a word. Let's just search, let's do that, bring it over here, just like that. And looking good so far. I mean, And then all of these will be authenticated, stored, and put into the Supabase storage. I think that's the best bet. It's this new sort of database, which I'm gonna have to ask a lot of questions, and obviously GPT-4 is our friend. So all I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna zoom in on this. I'm gonna ask it, how does this look? Alright, so it seems like Supabase can be built on top of our application. For now, I think I'm just gonna trust it. We're gonna have to use like Next.js as like obviously like the API handling and stuff like that, but this does not look too bad. Like my main idea right now that I'm thinking of it will be again to use Next.js and TypeScript on the front end, and then all the functionalities comes down to manipulating data obviously and then storing it in the database. Now I wonder if we can I'm sorry, just I don't know what to like. I don't know how it works. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Okay, so this is really good. I do not know how strong Supabase is. So what we're gonna do then is we're gonna do all this and then store them in here. Now somehow we're gonna have to kind of assess the difference between the business and the user auth. I think the best option will be to have two separate authentication pages, and then depending on which one they're in, they can do specific things like upload a resume or upload a job listing and stuff like that. I just realized I'll have to do that, but yeah, there's gonna be two pages, so one's for the business and one will be for the user. So in that sense, they can have like name, the business name here for the business. They can have like the main email of the business and then the password, obviously. And in the future, I would like the business to be able to authenticate itself as a real business, but as an MVP and as a new sort of application, we shouldn't get into like the deep stuff because that'll just take too long and we'll never be able to upload. But for now, I think we're okay where we just have like this just easy looking way to do something. And then same thing goes here. We'll have name, email, password, and obviously if they don't have accounts they can log in or sign up, but for now I think this seems to be okay. And then we can just do that, and that's the authentication page, which will be the root of our schema where you have to be authenticated to do everything else. So next what we want to have is a very simple I think like a very simple way to just go on and look at jobs. So for this, right, let's just have like this main page. This will be where all the action happens. The main page. And what's going on here is we want the user to be able to search for jobs like here. So search for jobs. Again, my drawing sucks, but we're just having something that's, you know, getting put out there. I gotta take a sip of freaking coffee. Main page. We'll also have like a, you know, upload your resume here. And we can also have like your account page. I think that's good for here. And then just a company logo somewhere. So I'm just gonna do X like that. So we have the search, we have the resume upload place, and the accounts page. Now here what I want there to be is jobs. So the company logo and like this, and then like a job description, job title here, And the main idea, right, what I want this application to be, job title, and then I'm just gonna do this to indicate that there's more of them down here. And then every time the user wants to click on them, you can click on the job title, and a big description would have like everything on here, like further description, like more description, what you want in terms of experience, and then a way to upload. So here you can do like upload resume. We'll just do up here. This is good so far. I know this doesn't seem like a tech job finder application yet, but I think where the main selling point for users that would like to use this, and as well as business will want to use this, is the resume. All right, so looking good so far, not bad. Now the main aspect of this application is gonna be the resume page, because why I don't like and why I want to make this is that the resume in all businesses is just so annoying, you know. It feels out of touch about where we are in terms of a society and in terms of a group. Like, why do I have to upload a resume to a tech application or a tech job when, you know, you can do something more creative, like firstly having your image, having your social areas, having the so things such as an image, so user image. You can have a section for like your projects. It'll just be boilerplate, you know, projects, just like that. And then the projects will be displayed here. Images, so it'll be description, but it'll also have like images and URL to go to the thing, so that, you know, they could check out the projects in real time. Also, they could have like obviously the experience, right here, and then, you know, social platforms. This looks good so far. I just finished some of the database work. I might put the code on here or not. It's a mix of Supabase and like TypeScript, and I'm still not really sure what I'm going to be doing with it. But I made the interface of the sign up page, which is basically just like a sign up, a pre sign up, just to see and gauge users in the future. And I guess I didn't really talk about the application much earlier, but all it is a way to find tech jobs. So the problem with a lot of the tech jobs today, it's mostly just applying online. And though I didn't do much research, I was looking through Reddit, and a lot of people were saying that like applying to jobs is just super annoying. And I feel like if you humanize the experience, like the things that I've been experiencing with myself, like applying is just so annoying and so degrading and just like a long ass process. And by reiterating that and finding a creative way to like help users, even like myself, I would be using this. It would just be such a cool way for people to get jobs, and it would be such a cool way to have like a better fit for people at companies and have companies be a better fit for people. So that's the main idea of the thing. I'm gonna hit a set of deadlifts and we'll keep talking. But that's really it, right? That's the main purpose of this thing and the main vision of what I want this thing to be. And using Supabase as the backend, I feel like that's the most realistic thing because it's so simple, it's so creative in its usage, and it's a growing platform. And finally, it's like it's open sourced, which makes it a lot easier to use. All right. But other than that, I don't really see anything else. Like I was struggling with the database, like inserting the documents. But for now, I set everything up. Tomorrow, what I'm gonna do is try to connect it and like see where the bugs are, because I've never worked with Supabase, so there's some questions to be answered there. But realistically, the only way for me to go about it now is to just finish the database and gauge the audience, so see if people want this, and see how many people sign up, see how many people are interested in such a thing, and then get started with the main functionalities of the application. Now, the minimal viable product will be really basic. So if you don't know what a minimal viable product is, simply put, it's the bare minimum of your application. So like any sort of software product you've seen, they started in a minimal viable product where, let's see, like ChatGPT, right? The first iteration of it, the first version of it, was not as good as the one that is now. When they first started, they tried something simple. They didn't have as many features. They just focused on the core of the product, and tried to check and see if it was useful to people. Or take an Apple iPhone, for example. The first version of it, like even before the iPhone 1, when they were testing it with like markets and stuff, it wasn't good. Like they were just testing it out, seeing if people liked it. So for this application, at its core, right, it's not going to be as good as it's going to be in like a year from now if we're still doing it. It's going to be more of a, like this version of it, it's going to be very simple, right? The bare basics of it is someone will post on a platform, post their resume, and a company can post their job listings. So it's just posting data and getting data. That's all the application is. And at its bare core, that's what we're going to start off with. Maybe some good UI, maybe something like that. But we don't want to get too overcomplicated on it. That's what I've done wrong in a lot of my applications. I should have just focused on the functionalities and then tried to make it look nice. So we're going to first work on the sending data and the receiving data. We might start with the user side first, or the company side first. I don't know. But what we're trying to do right now is give the user the ability to post a resume and ability for a job listing to be posted by a company. But I'm just going to hit some of this. All right. And what I'm thinking is also to not only use Supabase as a backend, but maybe some sort of management system to like track emails, track users, and track how like the analytics are doing. I'm not really sure if Supabase does that yet, but we will see. Wait, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, but yeah, for now, that's what's going on. That's where we are standing. And yeah, so we've got the database schema ready. We have the design up. We have the main idea of the application. We have our database, like the database we'll be using. We have the functionalities outlined and planned. And I think it's time to really start with the application. Whew, why am I out of breath? And yeah, that should be it. I feel like I'll be uploading this pretty soon. I'm not really sure when. But please, if you like the video, let me know. Documenting more of my life and the startup scene.